So this is a super rare. I have two examples of the 1988A web fed note. I know there's plenty of people out there that have no idea what I'm saying or talking about, but the BP tried something different on different paper, only on the 1988As, and it didn't work out for them. So the top one, if you look at, is the web fed one. I mean, it's rare off the bat, more because of the low serial numbers, but that's not what we're going to focus on. So if you look at the check letter number, the check letter is missing. Only the check letter number is there. This is we have two ways to immediately identify this. So the first way to identify this immediately, of course, you're going to go to the 1988A, and then you're going to immediately notice that the check letter is missing. Only the number is there. So if you go down to the regular one, this is not a web fed note. Not. You notice the immediate, the check letter is present, and so right off the bat, we identify the top one as a web fed note because of the absence of the check letter. Also, in the web fed note, if we immediately turn this around, you'll notice the presence of a check number only. You see that? That immediately identifies it right to the right of "In God We Trust," and right on top of the E, it is a check number only. So if I flip the regular one over, the one on the bottom is a regular one, you immediately see the absence of the check number is missing. See it? So the check number is missing. So the top one is an immediate web fed. You see the presence of the check number, and then we see the absence of the check letter number. So these notes right here are very rare. They only have very low, they printed only very, very low. Again, the top one is the web fed one. I flip these now so you'll know immediately that my top one is the web fed note. I want you to look at the serial number, which also makes this very rare. There are very rare, there's a few very rare star web fed notes, folks. If you have a star web fed note, I'm talking about very rare. There's one Atlanta one, they only have 640,000 of the quantity printed, and these are worth like between 300 in the condition to $1,450. I mean, you're talking about, you have a piece of history here, and you have an incredible value here. If you get your hands on one of these 1988A web fed notes, just the way it is very rare. I would say, this here, maybe would, sell, what would it be worth the way this is? You probably get between 50, 75, maybe to $100. Not sure. This is without the star. So the only one in these web fed notes, there's only one star printed, and that's the Atlanta one. You'll see the Federal Reserve, it'll say F. Very rare star note. The other one is very rare if you find are the ones that are, printed in New York, the ones that will have the Federal Reserve B on it. Those are very, very rare and pretty much expensive without the star. So like I said again, so this is a very rare 1988A web fed note. We talked about the absence of the check letter. The check letter is missing. and we flipped it around, and we talked about the presence of the check number only. So this is a very, very rare web-fed note right here. If you guys get your hands on these out there, good luck, because you got a substantial amount of money here. If you find the Atlanta star note, there's only one star note, folks, in these series here, 1988A. You truly have a piece of history and a treasure here if you find one. If you ever find one of these, please let me know or share a picture on my channel. It would be really nice for all of us to see if you can find one out there. Again, web-fed notes.